Millions of dollars are spent every year developing and launching new products. But did you know that only about 1 in 6 will be successful? And even less will have a reasonably long shelf life. That's a cold and unfortunate reality, but you can dramatically improve your probability for success when you check these 6 important boxes. Hi, Lisa Lloyd here with more tips, tricks, and strategies to help you optimize and accelerate your Invention licensing business success. If you're new here or a returning visitor, welcome. If you like this video, please tell YouTube by hitting those like and subscribe buttons. It's a free way to support me doing this. And if you want more like this, smash that notification bell to be the first to know whenever I post a new video. The internet has made it possible for anyone with an idea to learn how to protect, develop, license, or even sell directly to consumers with sites like Amazon and Etsy these days. As a result, there are new products flooding the market every single day. So what makes a successful product that sells through at the stores? Well, here are a checklist of 6 valuable questions that you can answer for yourself to expose some possible ways to maybe fine-tune your product and your message and improve your probability for success. Beginning with number 1, does it solve a real pain for enough people? With very few exceptions, independent inventors that I've worked with over my 30-year career invent because they see a problem and they want to fix it. Everything from fun games that delight and entertain to simple tools to just make a job easier, faster, cheaper. You get the idea. It doesn't have to be a problem that people or consumers even realize that they don't have to live with. As long as it's obvious that it is a real problem when it's exposed. Henry Ford said if I asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. But identifying if a problem is serious enough as a pain point for enough people helps us validate whether it's worth the risky investment of going into business and inventing it. Folks, please do the research on not just the competition and the patents, but the customers to make sure that you're solving a real pain that enough people have so that you can know for sure that it's worth it. I've created some more videos on how to evaluate in the early stage what customers think, and I'll put some links below so that you can dig into that if you'd like to learn more. Number 2 is, does it have meaningfully unique features? You know the old phrase, less is more? It's especially helpful to remember here. I've seen so many inventions over the course of my career that fell into the feature creep or feature crap trap. That's when an inventor adds so many features that it becomes either too expensive to make or too confusing for customers to understand, use, or decide to buy. That's why I say all the time to fall in love with the problem and not your solution. It'll keep your mindset on improving only what really matters to the consumer. Don't get stuck in the feature creep trap. Stay focused instead on inventing products with the most meaningful feature set to get the job done and deliver that superior experience. Adding a ton of by the way features complicates the message, and it's more likely that you will lose the customer at the store instead of gaining them. Now, number 3 is, does it have mass appeal? Don't get me wrong, you can certainly be successful with a narrow niche type product, but the opportunity for the highest earning potential will almost always be with mass products. These are widely used, not special segments like geography or seasonal products. For example, you won't sell many shovels, snow shovels, here in Arizona. On the other hand, I'm guessing nearly every household in America has a hammer. Of course, you can still invent for smaller markets, but expect a smaller return on your investment. If you want to sell products at mass retailers like Target or Walmart all over the country, then you should choose to spend your time on products that serve really a mass audience. And number 4 is, can you easily explain how it works? Now, some products are just going to be more complicated, and that's okay. If it's expected by the customer because that's just the way it is with competing products, it's fine. When consumers are shopping, you have a couple of seconds to get their attention and get them to choose to buy your product. If it's too complicated to explain on the packaging, not only will it fail commercially, but you're going to struggle to get a company to pull that trigger on licensing it for the exact same reason. I had this issue recently with a client who has an amazing shower head that prevents Legionnaires and a host of other bacteria. He even got the cost down to compete with all the other shower heads on the market. Now, we got all the way to the fifth and final round with a major brand for licensing the product, but the one thing that we just couldn't overcome was the education required to help customers see the value. And it's a very serious problem that can be avoided, but they didn't have the advertising budget and their marketing people couldn't, or maybe just wouldn't, figure out how to educate their customers on the packaging in a fast and effective way to create the demand for switching from their current shower heads. So after nearly a year of working with the company to get the deal done, they ended up deciding to walk away. Number 5, is there a transformational promise? Consumer science teaches us that it's 5 times more expensive to get a new customer than it is for brands to sell to their existing customers. That's why large brands stay in their lane and spend most of their innovation budget on incremental improvements instead of big ones. But if you want to get people to switch from whatever they are currently using to buying your new product, you have to prove that your meaningful features will deliver some pretty sweet benefits that are worth making the switch, and you have to do it fast. The benefits of your meaningful feature set should all culminate to deliver a superior experience compared to its competition. And if you're going to make that kind of a promise, you have to include a reason to believe that it will get the job done that you say it will. This could be with testimonials or a simple 1, 2, 3 steps, images, QR codes, URLs to videos to show how awesome it works, anything to help deliver on the promise and help them believe that you will deliver on that promise. And number 6 is, does the price meet the value? Once a prospective customer believes that you have the perfect feature set that delivers this superior experience for whatever they're looking for, the only question left for them to answer is it worth the price? This means that you need to make sure that you invented something that can be made at a low enough cost to be profitable when sold. Now, value is perceived. It's what the market will bear that determines the selling price of a product. It's influenced by really just 3 things: the competition, the meaningfulness of your benefits, and of course, affordability. Now, obviously, your marketing message, how you present your value proposition, that is how you'll create the value. But you need to know that you can make it at a cost that will allow you to at least have a 5-time markup as a general rule to be profitable. When you get this right, it should be a no-brainer for consumers to choose your product over all of the competition. Now, of course, there are exceptions to every one of these checkbox rules, but the more boxes that you can check, the easier it'll be for you to license if that's your path to market, and the more you will make from sales when it finally hits those stores. So if you have a lot of ideas and you're trying to figure out which one to start with, for example, try and use these checkboxes to evaluate and then prioritize and give yourself the best possible odds for success with the products that meet this criteria. If you want to level up your Invention licensing strategies, then book a free call with me to learn how I can help you. And if you like what you learned today, please consider sharing this video with others, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Dare to dream and imagine what's possible when powered by innovation.